Have you ever just felt off? Your energy's in the tank, your motivation has just packed its bags and left, and you just don't really feel like yourself anymore. Now, most of us, we just chalk it up to stress or, just getting older. But what if there's something else going on right under the surface? Today, we're going to dive into the potential hormonal reasons behind these feelings and uncover the key signs of low testosterone that, honestly, almost always get missed.
Think about it. You wake up feeling exhausted, even if you got a solid 8 hours of sleep. Those workouts that used to be a breeze now feel like you're climbing a mountain. And that fire you had for your goals, yeah, it's feeling more like a tiny flicker these days. If any of that is ringing a bell, you are definitely not alone. But the big question is, what if these aren't just random feelings of burnout?
What if all those little symptoms are actually your body trying to send you a message? A signal that's pointing to a very specific hormonal imbalance that, look, millions of men experience, but so few actually recognize. We are talking about low testosterone.
Now, when most of us hear the word testosterone, our minds usually jump straight to muscles and libido, right? But that is just a tiny, tiny fraction of the real story. To really get what's going on, we have to pull back the curtain and look at what this incredibly powerful hormone actually does for your entire body. A good way to think about it is that testosterone is kind of like your body's master regulator. It doesn't just do one thing. It has its hands in everything, from how your cells produce energy to how your brain processes emotions. It's the key that really unlocks your drive, your confidence, your mental clarity, even your ability to get a good night's sleep. So it makes sense that when this regulator is off, well, everything feels off.
And check this out. This slide just lays it out perfectly. The myths versus the reality. On the left, you've got what we think it does. But on the right, you see what it actually controls. As you can see, it's about so much more than just the gym or the bedroom. It's about your fundamental sense of well-being, your energy, your drive. And overlooking this bigger picture is exactly why so many of these key signs get completely missed.
Okay, so how does this actually show up in real life? Let's start with the most tangible clues, the ones you can literally feel in your body, from your energy levels day to day to how you feel during your workouts.
What's really fascinating here is just how connected all of these things are. That constant fatigue, that's happening because low T is basically slowing down your body's little cellular engines. That drop in strength and the super slow recovering after a workout, that's your body genuinely struggling to build and repair muscle tissue. This isn't just a feeling. Your body's fundamental processes are literally slowing down.
And this right here illustrates one of the absolute most frustrating signs, that stubborn belly fat that just won't go away. See, it's not just about calories. Low testosterone actually signals your body to start storing more fat, specifically around your midsection. But here's the real kicker. Those fat cells then produce an enzyme that turns your remaining testosterone into estrogen. And what does that do? It signals your body to make even less testosterone. It is a vicious, frustrating cycle that can feel impossible to break.
And the effects just keep building from there. I mean, yes, a drop in libido is a classic sign, we all know that one, but so is bad sleep. And here's another one of those cycles for you. Your body produces most of its testosterone during deep sleep. So low T disrupts your sleep, and then that poor sleep tanks your T levels even more. It also plays a huge role in your bone density and even your circulation. So you can see these aren't just a bunch of separate random issues. They all trace back to that one single hormonal key.
But look, the physical stuff, that's only half the story. The impact on your mind, your mood, your focus, your drive, that's often the part that guys find the most unsettling. Why? Because it can feel like you're losing a core part of who you are. This happens because testosterone has a direct line to the key chemicals in your brain, especially dopamine. You can think of dopamine as the chemical of motivation and reward. So when your T levels drop, it's not a character flaw that you've lost your ambition. It's that your brain chemistry is literally changing. That mental fog, that trouble concentrating, it's a real physiological symptom.
And this quote right here, it just says it all. It's not one big dramatic event. It's more of a subtle, creeping feeling that the person you used to be, that confident, driven, resilient version of you has just kind of faded. This is one of the most common things men report, and it just perfectly captures the whole experience.
And here's another crucial role it plays: emotional regulation. Testosterone helps to balance cortisol, which is the body's main stress hormone. So as you can see here, when your T levels drop, cortisol can kind of run wild, leaving you feeling way more stressed, more anxious, and just irritable. That drop in confidence, it isn't just in your head. It's a hormonal shift that's changing how you react to the world and its challenges.
So let's put it all together now. Let's connect the dots. The fatigue, the belly fat, the brain fog, the low mood. As we've seen, these are not separate, unrelated problems. They are all signals that can point back to one single potential root cause.
When you look at it like this, it becomes so clear. Your physical state, your energy, your muscle, your sleep, your mental state, your focus, and your drive, and your emotional state, your mood, and your confidence. Testosterone is the common thread that weaves through all of them. So when one area is feeling off, it's a pretty strong signal to start looking at the whole picture.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Are all those things you've been writing off as just stress or just getting older, are they really just symptoms? Or is your body sending you a clear signal? A signal to pay attention to your hormonal health? Because what you're feeling is real, and understanding the real cause is always the first step to feeling like yourself again.